Well, hey there, fight fans. It's here. The final pay-per-view of 2025 is here. Well, it's Saturday technically, but it's fight week. UFC 323 in Las Vegas is taking place on Saturday. We've got 14 great fights coming up for you. I'm going to break them all down for you. I'm going to tell you who I've got. I want to hear who you've got. So buckle up and let's get going. Starting off the prelims, I've got a featherweight match between 31-year-old Muhammad Naimov and 25-year-old Myron Santos. Muhammad Naimov has explosive power. He's also decent on the ground. He can scramble. Not so sure about his cardio. His record since coming into the UFC has been a mixed bag. He's facing 25-year-old Myron Santos. He has a record of 16-1. He's won 4 in a row. Myron comes from season 32 of Tough. He's got a good lead jab, good left hook, great calf kicks. He does have good cardio. Guys, I'm going with Myron Santos on this. He's got more power than Naimov has. He definitely has more cardio. It's a 3-round fight. I see it going the distance. I'm saying decision, Santos. Moving on, I've got a showdown between middleweights. 28-year-old Mansour Abdul-Malik, and he's taking on 35-year-old Antonio Trocoli. Mansour Abdul-Malik is a Dana White Contender Series fighter from last year, 2024. He has a 100% finish rate. His record is 8-0-1. That draw came from his most recent fight against Cody Brundage. They had a head clash or an accidental headbutt. The judges went to the scorecard and they each had a round. They gave the decision to Malik. However, in the state of Georgia, you can't do that. So the decision was overturned and it became a draw. But outside of this, let me tell you, Mansour is dangerous everywhere. He finishes his opponent 100% of the time. You can hear his punches land with a thud. They leave sound ringing in your ears. He's very heavy-handed. He's also a good scrambler. He's good on the ground. He's going to be competent everywhere. He's taking on 35-year-old Antonio Trocoli. Antonio Trocoli is a 2019 Dana White Contender Series fighter. He got the contract shortly after that. The decision was overturned because he tested positive for steroids. He was put on suspension, and then he had a basically 2-year dry period where he didn't fight at all. So this fighter has only fought twice since making his UFC entrance. He's coming in at 0-2. He is 6'5", and by the way, he dates Mackenzie Dern, so when he gets knocked out by Mansour Abdul-Malik, you can't feel too sorry for him. He has a pretty good life. I do expect a KO finish from Abdul-Malik. I'm going to say round 2, but probably round 3. Trocoli is good. He throws bombs. He just throws big bombs. He likes to get his opponent up against the fence. He has good combos, but the explosive power of Mansour is really what's going to be the narrative in this fight. Like I said, I'm expecting a finish in the 3rd round by knockout, although it could be submission, but I'm going to say knockout. 3rd round, Mansour Abdul-Malik. Next up, I've got a showdown between light heavyweights. 27-year-old Iwo Baraniewski. He's taking on Ibo Aslan, 29 years old. Iwo Baraniewski is a season 9 Dana White Contender Series fighter. This guy has a 100% finish rate. He finishes every one of his opponents in either the 1st or 2nd round. Actually, I think they're all in the 1st round. I don't know. They're fast. The opponent that he faced in Dana White Contender Series was a hotly hyped Muhammad Ali. He beat him in 20 seconds, knocked him out. He's taking on Ibo Aslan. Ibo is 14-3. He's on a 2-loss streak. Ibo has a very different fighting style than Iwo. Ibo throws big, looping, powerful hooks. Iwo, on the other hand, throws minimum strikes but maximum damage. I see Ibo throwing these looping hooks and Iwo taking him out right straight up the middle with one of his powerful one-hitter quitters. I'm going to say that this fight is going to give Iwo Baraniewski, his continued 100% finish rate in the first round. I see a knockout for Iwo Baraniewski. He's my pick for this fight. Next up, I've got a battle of lightweights. 39-year-old Edson Barbosa taking on 30-year-old Jalen Turner. Edson Barbosa, we all know who he is. He's had a great career in the UFC. He's got great leg kicks, great spinning attacks. Here's a bit of trivia for you. Did you know that Edson Barbosa was the first ever to throw a spinning wheel kick? Yep. Always a good fight with Edson. He is at the end of his career at 39 years old. He's taking on Jalen Turner, who's making his comeback after a brief retirement early this year. Jalen has won one of his last 5 fights, but if you look at who the losses were to, the most recent one was against Ignacio Bahamundes when he got him in that leg triangle. Before that, it was Gamrot, Renato Moicano, Dan Hooker. So it makes sense. He's fighting the best of the best in this division. After his fight with Ignacio Bahamundes, I don't know, things just messed up his psychology in his head. I think he maybe just had some self-doubt, took some time off. He had this brief retirement. I saw an interview with him. He sounds good. He's motivated. He got spiritual about it, reignited his interest in his church, it sounds like. His confidence seems like he's back, and we're glad because he's so athletic. He's got fast hands, great combos, a great left jab, effective outside leg strikes, really good kicks to the body. I'm looking for a win from you this weekend, Jalen Turner. I'm going to say that it goes the distance. I'm going to say it's decision. I'm picking Jalen Turner. Next up, I've got a smackdown between number 14 ranked Marvin Vettori, and he's taking on 32-year-old Bruno Ferreira. Marvin Vettori is tough as nails. He's a grinder. He's got good cardio. I mean, what can you say about Marvin Vettori? He's been in some battles. As far as his technique is concerned, he doesn't have knockout capability, but he's got high durability. As a matter of fact, his greatest strength is his durability. He's got an iron chin. His record is 19-9-1. He's on a 3-loss streak. He's taking on Bruno Ferreira. He has a 14-2 record. He's on a 2-fight win streak. He's compact. He's built like a square, tough, powerful, 100% finish rate. He's a menacing striker. He's got incredible knees, which inspire his Hulk nickname. He likes to throw power punch after power punch, doesn't really lead with the jab. He thrives under pressure. Given that his opponent is Marvin Vettori, this is going to be a battle. We're going to see a lot of striking. We're going to see a lot of stand and bang. It's going to be a striker's feast. I'm going with Bruno Ferreira on this. I think he gets it done. I do see it going to decision because Vettori is so durable, but I think it's going to be a fun fight. I'm picking Bruno Ferreira, decision. Coming up next, we have a battle between two lightweights, 28-year-old Faris Ziam taking on 31-year-old Nazim Sadykhov. I am so excited for this fight. If you watch my top prospects video, you know that Nazim Sadykhov is listed as one of my top prospects. He's an exciting fighter, but let me talk about Faris. Faris is 6'1", which is incredibly tall for a lightweight. He's got a good long jab, good long kicks. His strength is going to be his length. He's pretty good everywhere, but he's more of a precision fighter. I think it's going to be difficult for him to take on the chaos-loving, volume-striking Nazim Sadykhov. Sadykhov might have to eat a couple of punches to get inside. He's a really good inside boxer, not afraid to take damage. He will give damage. He will take damage, likes to dirty box. He's great with his takedown defense. He's also good on the ground. Nazim is good everywhere. Nazim is the underdog in this fight. Tons of value in picking Nazim for this fight as the underdog because he thrives in chaos. He's a durable fighter. He's good everywhere. He does have one hitter quitter. I see his volume and his durability being too much for Faris. I'm going to look at the money line on this. I'm going to look at the props. Probably going to pick a submission in the third round, Nazim Sadykhov. Let's go. Next up, I've got flyweights, number 5 ranked Macy Barber taking on number 9 ranked Karine Silva. Karine Silva is a finisher. She's strong. She's durable. She's got an 87% finish rate. Macy Barber has had some health issues. She had that seizure that didn't allow her to perform her last fight. She's coming back after some injuries. I just see Karine being the stronger, more durable, more powerful opponent. I'm going with Karine Silva by sub. We got another fun lightweight fight coming up for you. 31-year-old Terrence McKinney taking on 32-year-old Chris Duncan. I have been flip-flopping on this one because Terrence McKinney will surprise you. He is all systems go. Round one, he'll either knock you out or finish you. But if any of his fights go to the second or third round, he's completely questionable. So this is why this is fun. One, Terrence McKinney, fast hands, great power, dangerous on the ground, good scrambler. He's dangerous from everywhere. But because you just don't know if he has the cardio to make it to round two, it's always up in the air with him. He's taking on Chris Duncan, who is one of the best grinders in lightweight, not particularly skilled at anything, but he's good everywhere, and he's good to give you a high volume striking fight. This is going to be fast-paced, high volume. Don't blink because you don't know what's going to happen. This is not a fight to take a meal break because you might go down for a bite of your pizza and miss everything. If it doesn't get finished in the first round, I think Chris Duncan can actually take it to decision in the third round. Both of these fighters thrive in chaos. Well, at least Terrence McKinney does in the first round. Absolutely, Chris Duncan thrives in chaos. Go watch his fight against Rumbeski back in August. That is definitely up for fight of the year, one of the top 3 fights of the year. Like I said, it's so hard for me to call. If it's round one, it's Terrence McKinney, knockout or submission. If it goes past round one, Chris Duncan is definitely going to win by decision. I'm going to go ahead, make it exciting. I'm going to pick Terrence McKinney, first round submission. This reminds me a lot of Chris Duncan's loss to Manuel Torres when Manuel subbed him in the first round. I think this is going to be an echo of last time. Let's go Terrence McKinney, first round sub. Let's get it going. Rooting for you, McKinney. And speaking of Manuel Torres, I've got another lightweight showdown. Guys, this is one of the 14 reasons this card is an absolute banger. We've got number 13 ranked Grant Dawson taking on 30-year-old Manuel Torres. Oh my gosh, so much to say on these guys. I actually had to write down my notes because I want to give these guys proper credit. Grant Dawson is the takedown machine. A lot of people don't like the way he fights. He might be called a boring fighter because he will take you down. He's a pressure wrestler. He's looking for the takedowns all the time because he's not so great on the feet. He uses his striking to get you against the fence. That's really where he likes to be. He likes to get you backed up against the fence, and then he's going to take you down, and he's not going to let you go. He's going to do a lot of damage. He's going to smother you. Sometimes there might be a little inactivity, but the ref will come in and give him a warning, and then he's going to punch and, maybe not going to see a sub, but he's definitely going to ground and pound. Let's see though, because he's fighting Manuel Torres, who basically has sledgehammers in his fists. This guy is so powerful. He's also dangerous on the ground. Both of these guys thrive in their respective wheelhouses, and they like chaos. Manuel Torres comes right out of the gate, throws punches in bunches. He's got a lot of power. Dawson just wants to get you up against the fence, wants to get you to the ground and pound you. Manuel Torres can scramble though, like take for example his fight against Chris Duncan where he stuffed a lot of takedowns and ended up rear naked choking him out. I see this fight, it could go one of two ways. If Grant is able to keep him on his back foot, get him up against the fence, and if Manuel Torres is off that night and can't stuff the takedown, it's going to be trouble because Grant Dawson is so effective and he is really good once he gets you to the ground. I'm hoping for a Torres win here. I think that Manuel, because of his style and because he comes out of the gate charging, if he lands anything, he has the potential to knock Dawson out. In addition to that, even if he doesn't get his rhythm, if he doesn't get his flow right away, he's got a 92% takedown defense. So he's really good at stuffing takedowns. Also, If you remember Grant Dawson's fight against King Green, it took a lead jab. It wasn't even a super powerful one, and Grant Dawson was dropped to his feet. So that has me worried about Grant Dawson's chin, especially against this powerful opponent who loves to strike and loves to overwhelm you. I'm gonna say knockout, round 1. Next up, we've got a matchup between former champ and veteran number 5 ranked Jan Blachowicz versus surging contender number 11 ranked Bogdan Guskov. Jan Blachowicz is on a 2-loss fight streak. He's still got powerful leg kicks. He had a decision against Ankalaev, a loss to Carlos Ulberg, a loss to Poetan. He's still powerful. He's got that plotting style. He is really good once he gets you to the ground. Let's face it, he's up there in age at 42 years old. He's coming up against the powerful and blitz-oriented Bogdan Guskov, who is 33 years old. Bogdan is on a 4-fight win streak. He's got a 100% finish rate, and he has got some heavy hands. Even when it's in short distance, his punches still land hard. Guskov has a questionable chin. If you remember his fight against Özdemir, it was sub and club, got knocked down, then submitted. However, Blachowicz hasn't been striking a lot. His leg kicks are powerful. He is durable. I'm still giving this one round 3 knockout, Bogdan Guskov. Next up, we've got a confrontation of generations. We have bantamweight number 10 ranked Henry Cejudo taking on 27-year-old Peyton Talbott. Henry Cejudo is a veteran, Olympic gold medalist, 2-division champ, very storied, very decorated. He has had such a great career. We've loved watching him throughout his UFC career. He hasn't won a fight in 5 years, guys. Now, that said, one of his losses was to Dvalishvili, so he's losing against the best, but it's been a while. I'm really curious about why he decided to take on this fight against Peyton. Now, he and Peyton have actually trained together. Not a whole lot, but they did train together. Peyton said this in an interview. No one would accept this fight except for Henry. I'm not quite sure if Henry's doing this because he wants the money or if he's doing it for legacy reasons. And the reason why this is kind of plaguing me is because that kind of gives me insight. Henry Cejudo is pristine about his preparation. He takes his diet, he takes his training very seriously. But how hungry is he? On the other hand, Peyton Talbott, who is this rising superstar, lot of power, huge athleticism. By the way, he's 5'10". Henry Cejudo is 5'4". Peyton's got a 6-inch advantage on him. He's hungry. He's looking to enter the rankings. He didn't like his loss against Raoni Barcelos, and the reason we know that is because he couldn't stuff a takedown. Then he comes out 6 months later and completely different fighter, stuffed takedowns, looked good on the ground. I think he even shot for a takedown himself, if I remember correctly. Anyway, this tells me this kid, Talbott, he is so teachable. He is so hungry. He's a different cat altogether. Like, there's no one like him in the UFC right now. Very interesting fighter. Like I said, his athleticism, his length, he's got a chin too. He's tough, powerful. I don't know. I keep going back and forth on this one, guys. You can't discount Henry Cejudo. He's still vicious on the feet. I question why he's doing this, and because I can't get a good read on this, but I have a good read on Peyton Talbott. Not only does he have a 6-inch height advantage, he's got an 11-year age advantage. With him being so physical and so powerful, and he's on the prowl, like he will come hunt you down, I'm giving this win to Peyton Talbott via decision. Oh man, guys, this main card is so exciting. Next up, I've got a flyweight showdown between number 2 ranked Brandon Moreno taking on the Japanese juggernaut and number 5 ranked Tatsuro Taira. Brandon Moreno is a former 2-time champ in the flyweight division. He's also the first Mexican-born champ in UFC history. He is precise, he is aggressive, he is a brawler, he's good on the ground as well. He's got a background in jiu-jitsu. I think that this is just gonna be an interesting matchup. I think it's going to be jiu-jitsu on steroids because Tatsuro Taira has his roots in karate and jiu-jitsu as well. He has slick transitions, back takes, and chokes. He's a pretty accurate striker. Not a ton of power, but accurate enough, but he uses those to take down his opponents. I see a lot of scrambling in this fight, which I love. I mean, can we all just admit when you have two really good ground experts and there's a lot of scrambling, really, it's like ballet in the octagon. I can't get enough of it, and I think this fight is going to deliver that kind of ground game. This is another one that's difficult for me to call. So remember when Taira fought Royval? I was really gunning for Taira to win. He's like such a juggernaut. Like that's the best way to describe him for me. But in watching him in that loss against Royval, it taught me that Taira still has area for improvement. I mean, he's still young. I see a very bright future ahead of him. Brandon Moreno, he is accurate. He has excellent cardio. He does thrive in 5-round fights, and this is only a 3-round fight. He's also got that never die mentality. Now, there is a bit of an age difference. Let me check my notes here. Brandon Moreno is 31, Tatsuro Taira's 25. There's 6 years. That's not too terribly much. Brandon Moreno has been in some brawls, and he's taken some damage over the years. I like his mentality. I watched a recent interview with him. I can't remember where it was. Anyway, I watched a recent interview with him. He talked about his near retirement. Brandon, shout out to you. It's so good that you decided not to retire because we love having you in the UFC. We love your sunny outlook. Love the brawls that you give us to watch. In the end here, I got to make this call right now. Gosh, I don't know. I think Tatsuro Taira is going to be a real contender. I think he still has some improvement to go. I'm going to go with Brandon Moreno. This is going to be a beautiful fight on the ground. I see it going the distance. Brandon Moreno by decision. And the reason I say Moreno is because, as I was saying earlier, he's got that never say die mentality. 5 of his fights historically have won either fight of the night or performance of the night. He's just got that Mexican gritty style. I think he's just really going to get after it this weekend. Yeah, Brandon Moreno decision. Next up is the co-main event. I'm so nervous for this one. This is a title defense. So much is on the line. We have the current champion of the flyweight division, Alexandre Pantoja, taking on the supernova, superstar, and #1 contender, Joshua Van. Now, did you know that 70% of the time, if there's more than a 9-year difference, the younger fighter wins? In this case, gosh, I don't know, that statistic, I can't bet against Alexandre. He is such a gritty brawler, majestic on the ground, his back takes. I mean, I will say this about Joshua Van. He is a striker to be feared. His volume is the highest in the UFC. If you look at the stats right up here, you can see that it's 8.8 significant strikes per minute. And he can crack, and he's not afraid to absorb punches, as you can see here as well. He is dangerous for sure. And I think about that because I think about Alexandre's age and how many brawls he's been in this point. And Alexandre is good on the feet. He's not afraid to absorb punches either, but he doesn't have the most powerful punching. That it does scare me a little bit. Like I'm nervous. I'm very nervous for this fight. Alexandre is one of my favorite fighters. I just think that even with the barrage of punches that are going to happen, because Van is going to come out, he's going to be aggressive. I just think that this veteran is still at his peak, and I just don't think that his back takes can be outdone. His experience is just going to be too much for the 24-year-old. Joshua hasn't fought anyone like Alexandre Pantoja yet. He certainly has never fought anyone like him on the ground. This is going to surprise him. Alexandre's got an iron chin, but once he gets him up against the fence and he closes the distance and he takes his back, I don't think that Joshua Van is going to be prepared for this. 24 years old. If he does get the win, he will be the second youngest in UFC history. The youngest was John Jones to ever have a championship. But I'm saying no, son, not today. It's going to be Alexandre Pantoja. This is going to be a 3rd round finish by rear naked choke, just like that veteran champ always done for us. The unfinishable Alexandre Pantoja is going to remain our champ. And now for the winner takes all, the championship rematch. The current champion, Dvalishvili, takes on the #3 ranked Petr Yan. Now, the first match between the two was undeniably Merab. We all know that Petr Yan was only at 50% because he had a broken hand. We did see it in the stats. Petr just didn't strike a lot. You know what was interesting to me is Jan stuffed a lot of takedowns. Of course, Merab shot countless times. I mean, I think, what did he shoot? Like 40 times? And I think he got 11 takedowns. But if you think about it, 40 minus 11, what is that, 29? Petr stuffed 29 takedowns. That's pretty damn impressive. Jan's striking is so clean. It's beautiful to watch. Arguably one of the best boxers, for sure the best boxer in the division. You know, they had a lot of bad blood in the first match. This time I think things have softened. Merab even alluded to that. He said he kind of liked Petr. Gosh, you know, you can't bet against Merab. He will drag you into deep waters. For sure, Petr's gotten better, but we know Merab is like right in front of our eyes every 3 months now, every quarter. Our quarterly update on Merab is that he's gotten better. Oh my goodness. We saw him with his submission against Sean O'Malley, surprised us. And then we see him coming out in a strike fest against Corey Sandhagen, surprised us. I'm not surprised how Merab can surprise us. And so, got to go with our current champ, Dvalishvili. We're going to see a decision win and Merab making history with his 4th title defense in 1 year. So there you have it, 14 smashing reasons to spend your next Saturday night at home. What did you think? Give me your comments below. Who were your bets? Where are the knockouts going to happen? Where are the subs? Are you rooting for Alexandre Pantoja? Are you rooting for Merab? Tell me who your favorites are. I can't wait to hear from you.